My name's David Burns. I'm one of the co-founders of a project called Fallen Fruit.
My name's Austin Young. I'm one of the artists of Fallen Fruit.
Fallen Fruit began in 2004.
We decided to map the neighborhood for fruit that we found, either in public space or with branches hanging over the sidewalk. Our idea was to have a way to share the fruit, but still have it be legal. And also really thinking about the idea of how are we using public spaces in our cities? Can they be used to share resources? First, we were thinking about mapping and sort of highlighting this resource. And then quickly we thought, oh, let's focus on planting fruit trees as well as coming up with ways to use them as a community participatory event.
Thank you for coming.
This is so good. Okay, let's do it. The projects that we've been doing in San Bernardino County are really special, connecting local cultural leadership with city agencies and putting everyone together at the same table, planting fruit trees that are a resource for everyone to share. Yeah, we're just doing about twice as big as a fruit tree, and we're just gonna be a little bit gentle to make sure we don't break irrigation lines.
I live here in Victorville, and I started working down here in Old Town Victorville actually as a community organizer. I really enjoy the tree planting. It's a nice way to get the community out, to do something with their hands, be part of the neighborhood, learn skills that we don't really get to learn anymore.
Okay, stand it up, and then we have to add all the dirt to it.
These are trees that we're planting that might look really small, but they're going to be fully productive in the next 3 years. After that time, they will bear up to 500 pounds of organic produce each. And they will do that for a minimum of the next 50 years. This is gonna change a neighborhood and its relationship to the food and the people around it.
San Bernardino County is the second largest county in terms of geography in the whole lower 48. The high desert, Hesperia, Victorville, Adelanto, all those areas is a huge food desert in terms of access to fresh fruit.
So this gives them the opportunity to eat healthy fruit without spending any money. So it's really good for our community.
When we were coming up, we saw a woman picking fruit from the sidewalk, which is exactly what's supposed to happen here.
I think just the point of it, making people knowledgeable about, these are fruit trees and they are free to the community, and they're more than welcome to pick, and no one's gonna come yelling at them. And so when I see people picking it, I'm like, yes, pick those because they're free for the community.
Food is meant to be eaten, and whoever is hungry gets to eat it.
Yeah.
We think it's really important to create a resource that's not a monocrop the way we're taught to farm in the 20th century, but instead to plant a public resource that might be the way someone would plant their backyard or property. So we look at the largest amount of time on the calendar that we can activate with a ripening schedule for the fruit trees, and we specifically tailor that. We actually get very specific to the varietal of the tree so that they go ripen, 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 ripen. So there's 3 to 4 months instead of just a few weeks.
In this location here, we have fig, we have almonds, we have a lot of apples, and we have the peaches and nectarines, loquats, kumquats, pomegranates, and different varieties of pears. And all we have planted 5 different locations within Old Town Victorville, and we have planted 55 fruit trees.
I really like what Fallen Fruit is doing. It is bringing people together. But apart from that, planting trees is helping fight the climate change.
I think it's great. It helps the environment.
After planting our first trees, we decided to grow our own garden in our home, and we appreciate things more and how things are grown.
The implementation of green spaces has a direct effect on one's health, the aesthetic, the environment.
Trees that are planted in public space save money by their impact on the environment and public health. Public fruit trees benefit the environment by catching rainwater. They also remove CO2 and other pollutants from the air. They reduce crime, and there are several theories as to why, whether this is that they draw more people to public spaces, they foster community cohesion.
It changes the nature and feeling of a neighborhood. It gets harder to be angry when you're surrounded by beauty.
Teenagers make a big impact because they are our future. I love the fact that my kids are so involved in planting the trees because it shows them that there's more than just our household. There's also the community at large that they can be a part of.
Sometimes people don't understand how planting fruit trees could be art. But when I think about art in the 21st century, I think that the role art has in our lives is to capture our imagination about something that we think we already know and allow us to open our mind even more. The work we do that in a way that doesn't look like a painting or a photograph or a sculpture, but the impression and the effect it has on people does the same thing that art is supposed to do. Part of doing the work we're doing is about teaching people of all ages the capacity to do something great that doesn't take that much work, that never stops giving back. I invite everyone to plant a fruit tree and share it with others.